Dear finance professionals and students, welcome to podcast of Fca Deepak Rao, a practicing chartered accountant. Daily news and updates for 7th July 2026. Indian stock markets experienced a decline on Wednesday as oil prices surged. Benchmark indices Sensex and Nifty fell significantly due to renewed Iran-US conflict escalations. Broader market indices also slipped into the red, reflecting widespread bearish sentiment. Foreign investors, however, continued their buying trend for a fifth consecutive session. The Indian rupee opened lower against the US dollar amid these developments. SBI Funds Management, India's largest asset manager, will draw investments from Abu Dhabi Investment Authority and Singapore's GIC as part of its $1.2 billion initial public offering. It is expected to be valued at around $12.3 billion, the sources said, with SBI and Amundi selling a collective 10% of the shares in the joint venture as part of the issue. The IPO, likely to open next week, will kick off a busy pipeline of public offerings for India in the second half of the year, with Reliance Jio and National Stock Exchange mega listings expected before the end of 2026. India's office market posted record leasing in the first half of 2026 as multinational companies expanded global capability centers and flexible workspace operators signed larger deals despite geopolitical uncertainty, property consultant CBRE said. India's office sector absorbed 45.5 million square feet of space, equivalent to nearly 400 football pitches in the first half of 2026, the highest ever for any 6-month period, up 9.6% from a year earlier. The home services platforms are increasingly betting on at-home beauty as a next growth engine, shifting focus beyond repair and maintenance services to a category that offers higher repeat usage, standardized delivery, and opportunities to deepen customer relationships. No broker's recent foray into the segment signals intensifying competition in a market where users typically book services once or twice a month and repeat rates are estimated at around 50% according to industry estimates. No broker recently launched its beauty services brand Zivora in Bengaluru, joining category leader Urban Company and newer entrant Snabit in the space. The Securities and Exchange Board of India has notified changes to the Foreign Portfolio Investors or FPI regulations, shifting to a rupee-denominated payment structure instead of the current US dollar-denominated fee for foreign portfolio investors and foreign venture capital investors. The changes will come into effect after 6 months, giving the foreign entities time to make the shift. Indian microfinance lenders are facing renewed strains on their portfolios as price pressures and weak monsoon threaten rural incomes, raising the risk of defaults across the industry's $35 billion loan book. A weak monsoon could slow loan growth as lenders tighten underwriting standards and borrowers' repayment capacity deteriorates. About 20% of microfinance borrowers have loans from more than 2 lenders, and this segment has begun posting much higher delinquency rates than borrowers with few lending relationships. This podcast is sponsored by Sound of CA. We share because we care. Vande Mataram, Jai Hind.